G'day and welcome to our channel. We're here to talk about our craft. My name's Joe and
my name is Elizabeth.
Yep, and my craft is mostly cross stitch with a few others in every now and again. And what's your craft, Elizabeth?
Mine is dyeing craft.
Dotting or diamond painting?
And diamond painting.
So diamond painting is
much better.
Yeah, she loves doing diamond painting. So I've just realised that my last video didn't upload the entire thing as I thought. Sorry about that. You would have just got a 5-minute video of Elizabeth. None of my cross stitching. I'll have to do we did a know your needleworker type thing. We'll have to do that again another day. But
Mum
yeah.
won't wake me up.
Oh, I didn't just wake you up. It's like 2 o'clock. It's in the afternoon.
Oh yeah.
All right. So we'll talk about Elizabeth's first. So the only reason I realised that the video wasn't very long was I went back to look to see which projects we'd showed last time and realised that it cut off most of them.
My projects is like I do dyeing like Christmas tree or snowman.
Yep. Okay. So yep, she's got a Christmas tree and a snowman show. But first we'll show these ones. Okay. So we've got. So we talked a bit about the show in the last video, and so she got some. I got a few diamond dots kits because we had some gifts to give, and we've still got them because we haven't given them away yet. So we'll show those. So we've got this one. This is English roses.
England. Yep.
Yep. Just bring it a bit closer. Do a bit of a close up. So it's got lots of sparkle in it.
Yes, you see the silver.
Yeah, and there's silver. There's in the diamond dots.
What's this for?
This is for Grammy Roll.
Jessica Noel.
This one was for my mum. Yep, let's put that one down. Next one.
No.
Yeah, I think we might have shown this one last time because we were talking about the show and she got a prize for this one, but we'll show it anyway. So this one is another rose one. It's called Dahlia B Rose.
Yep.
You want to say anything about that?
This one's really clever one.
So why is it really clever? Because of the background?
Yeah, like Paris Tower.
Yeah, it's got the Eiffel Tower. Good job. Yeah, got the Eiffel Tower on the background. Excellent. And what about this one?
This one's for your big one.
Yep.
A long time.
Yep. It didn't take you a long time. It took you a week.
No, it's on a week.
So this is for my brother.
This is Uncle Dave's.
Yep, and so this one she was doing, we had 2 days where we had to be at our local show, and she sat for
a lot of red. I can't see myself.
A lot of red. She spent about a day and a half while we were at the show doing this, getting lots of compliments. So that one's finished. But this one.
Our big butterfly for...
Oh, upside down. Butterfly, Mum's favourite colour.
That is a pillow butterfly.
Yeah, so this one, this is again a diamond dots. It's actually a decorative pillow. I have just forgotten to get the pillow insert, which I'll get. We're going across to our closest Spotlight store next week or the week after, so I'll get one of those. Because what do you got at the moment? What are we on? School holidays?
Yes.
School holidays at the moment. So yeah.
Is it school holidays?
Having a break from school for a couple of weeks.
Yes. No, I'm gonna stay at home.
Yeah, we're staying at home this time mostly.
All the times I always stay at school.
Well, technically you do have to go to school a couple of days with Mum, because I've got to go. We've got to go in for robotics. A couple of robotics sessions.
My school spec.
Yeah, school specs. We got notification that Elizabeth is in School Spectacular again, so she'll be dancing in the big concert in Sydney. There's no rehearsals just yet. We don't go to rehearsals until about September. We don't even know what song you're doing yet. Hopefully we'll find out at the end of August. Okay, and then we've been doing, so she's got some more Crystal Arts cards. And these are great. These are, this only took her like an evening each. You're going to hold them. So this one's a Christmas tree. You hold one and show it up close and I'll give you the other one. Okay, what do you want to say about this one?
And this one's easy.
Yeah. And it's got some of those big ones in it. How do you get the big ones on?
Big ones.
Do you use the tool or do you use your fingers?
Do my
Use your fingers.
my fingers.
Yep. So that one's pretty. It's got lots of big Crystal Arts kits. Usually, most of the ones we've done have had nice bigger beads drills in them. And what about this one?
And a snowman.
This is a snowman. I think these are a range of cards that are either have just come out or are just about to be released. And I'll link the website below. If you're in Australia, you still have to order.
This is that one.
Yeah.
And a hat one.
Yeah.
And the front is a green or red.
Yeah.
And that one's the red one.
Yeah, that's right. If you're in Australia, you still have to order them from England. I don't think they have a distributor in Australia yet. So that's Crystal Art kits. I'll link that below. Right, and since I got Elizabeth a light pad, hold this one up. I was saying in a previous video that she was having trouble with the cheaper kits that we were getting because
that's from Mum.
Yeah,
That is a book one.
Yeah, pile of books. So I was saying that
a
lot of black, and I noticed that with these ones she was taking a long time. Like normally she cruise through that really quickly.
I forget this on top.
Yeah, so there are a couple of spots where we haven't got drills yet. We weren't very organised when we were doing this kit, and it sort of ended up all over the place. So I may have to order some more of the colours that were missing. So so I noticed that she was taking a long time to do these ones. So I thought that might have been just because of the background was not that clear. But I also noticed that the background of these ones is really dark. So I got a cheap light pad off Gippy Dots, which is an Australian online store, which I'll link below. And since she's had the light pad, she's just cruised through these ones. So it's been really good. So she also has a light where she sits that comes on top, but the light from underneath really helps. And I wasn't sure how well this would fit, how well this would end up, because it didn't, on the canvas it didn't look very good at all, but it's actually turned up really nice. So that one's just about finished. Just a few odd ones here and there that need putting in. Okay, this one, hold this one up. What's this one?
And this one's for the schools.
Yeah, so we decided we were going...
Not done yet.
The same thing. There's a couple little odd ones we've got to go back in and put in when I've got time to sit down and go through all of the drills we've got to find the right ones. So we decided we might do a couple for her. Yeah, a couple for her classroom. She's in a support class, and we thought we'd do a couple. We'd give them a couple to decorate the classroom. The class is all boys except her. I'm not sure in the future how many more girls they're expecting, but it's mostly girls. Mostly boys, sorry. This one is actually square. It actually looks really good on the screen, doesn't it, Elizabeth? Look on the screen. It looks really good. Yeah, so this one's actually square, which we hadn't done before, and I wasn't sure because, you know, square you have to have all the sides all matching up. And she's done really well on this. This has come along really quickly. Yeah, again, there's a few little spots where I've got to go back and make sure that we've got the drills. We might be missing a few, but that's okay. We can deal with that. So that's that one. Do you want to show dragon one?
My dragon
Yeah,
one?
now this is her really big one.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. And the problem with this one is it's too big for her to sit in the chair she normally sits in. So she has to sit at the kitchen table.
It's a good idea.
That's a good idea. Wow. Okay, this one is Mystical Dragon from Diamond Dots.
It's not finished yet, but you see, I'll do that part and that part.
Yeah, so normally Elizabeth likes to do one colour. So she'll do all of one colour and then all of the next colour. And she usually likes to start from the beginning and go down. But with these big ones, we've been trying to encourage her to do a section at a time. So we've actually split it into, she's only doing up to the halfway point at this time, and she's done a lot down in here. She's going to have to get, oh, don't worry about that, it's okay. You can see she's done some down in there, these dark spots, it's going to, the light pad's going to come in really handy with those to help her with that. I'm going to get it out and do some while we were talking. And yeah, so that's hers. And I went through. I bought more Tic Tac containers from Gippy Dots. Went through it. For each colour, I've actually written the A number. So with Diamond Dots kits, they have a number that refers to the symbol, and then the second number is the Diamond Dots colour number. And then the rest of this container are all the seconds, because there's a big project, there's lots. So these are all seconds, and then she's even got more left over that we're keeping separate. So this is really good, because she can just match up, open the container. The Tic Tac containers are really easy to open. She's able to pour it back in, close it up, and then she's right to go. So are you going to do some of that while we were talking? You going to do some?
Yeah. Yes,
you can do it. You get your stuff ready while I keep talking. All right, so
what's my tail?
I don't know. Yep. So last time, the bit that I accidentally deleted, I had done Monogamous Mania. So basically, it was just a tiger that I've been working on. I might even put a picture in here to show you what I had got up to. It's the Royal Tiger. If you've seen a previous video, I've been talking about the tiger that I'm doing for my son.
This one?
Is that the colour you want to do? That's 38. That's L. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh look, we forgot about these ones. What are these ones? Stickers. So these are more crystal art stickers. So that's those there. Sorry. I probably won't even edit that to put it in the right spot, because
no, it is my
apparently I'm not as good as editing as I thought. Okay, so yeah, so I'll put a picture of Royal Tiger to show you what we're up to. So I've been encouraged to do certain challenges, groups. I've been asked to join Magical Stitches, which I don't count stitches at all, so that's out. I did count stitches one day just to see how I'd go. I spent more time counting and recounting the stitches than I did stitching, so I was like, nah. I don't do full coverage. If I did full coverage HAEDs, maybe it would be easier to keep track, but I don't. I'm quite happy to track time. So when Jen Lee from Quirks and Stitches, she does the 24 hours of cross stitch, and this last month in June there was another 24-hour event, but she also did a monthly challenge where she came up with an acrostic, which just says 24, and then you fitted your projects in there, and you could do minutes or stitches. So I did minutes, chose 10 projects that fitted in with those categories, and I worked on those. Now I decided I wanted to do 240 minutes, which is 4 hours on each of those projects, which I did. Actually, in some of those projects I've done more. So what I'm showing you now is the projects. It's not necessarily the progress I made during that time. I'm going to, hopefully by the time I upload this, I will have updated. I will have put this information on my blog, which has been sadly neglected, but I'm, school holidays, I've got some time to do some stuff, so I'll put this information on there. Also, my Instagram shows you the before and after photos of the 4 hours of the next project. And all of these, pretty much all of them, I've done something more, except for the one I finished, I've done something more since. So the first one is a project that has been seen before, which is the Blue Mountains. It's my little scene from the Blue Mountains, or the Three Sisters it is actually. So that's the project, and that's where I'm up to. So yeah, I was happy with that progress. I'm not a huge fan of 18 count Ada. My stitches don't look that neat on this, but when you look from further away it looks fine. The second project is W. And I have shown this kit, I showed this before, I hadn't started it. I actually started it for this month. That's the pattern, Wreath of Wildflowers, Australian Wildflowers. And I'm actually really liking this project, so I pick it up whenever I can. And that's where I'm up to on that. It's one thread over, well, technically one. It's Hardanger, 22 count Hardanger, which is very similar to an 8er, just not as stiff. And I think that's why I like this. I started another project on 18 count yesterday, just as a test to see what it is I don't really like about it. And I think this is really nice and soft, and it's easier for the needle to go through. So that's where I'm up to. And surprisingly, I actually really like the really small stuff, even though sometimes it's a little bit hard to see. Although this is pretty good. And the pattern's easy too, really. There's no fractionals, very little back stitching. The only thing that'll get back stitched is around these little, I think these are common heath flowers. So far I've done, that's wattle. This is an orchid of some kind, but I can't remember what it is. The pattern tells you what the flowers are, but it doesn't tell you exactly which ones they are. So I know what most of them are, just a couple I'm not sure, not 100% sure of. So that was W. E was for Even Superheroes. I decided I was going to make a do a project for my great nephews, who are 7, I think, and nearly 1. So I got, oh, I might not even have the pattern here. It's called Even Superheroes Have to Go to Bed. And I left the picture. I'll insert a picture of the mock-up here. So that's what I'm up to. So it's got Captain America, Superman and Batman. Even Superheroes Have to Go to Bed. Underneath, it actually has a name, like the kid's name. But I've decided not to put that on there because it's for both my nephews, great nephews. So that's that one. See that one? Cool. I just haven't got to him yet. So in
Batman.
Yeah, well, I'm getting there. I had to wait for some colours. Yeah, so I've done that. I started that on in June. It's an easy one. I had a few times where I needed to do something really simple. So that's pretty easy. It's coming along nicely. It's on 18 count 8er with the called for DMC threads. This one is also the called for DMCs. I mostly do DMC. What else? Where I'm up to? Noel. So I bought a book of patterns from somewhere. One of the craft op shops somewhere. And just little designs. So I've done... I'll show you the finish because it looks exactly the same. The Noel there. It's also on Hardanger. If it's in here. They're not in here. I brought the bag, I just didn't pull everything out beforehand, which was probably a mistake. Anyway, like I said, real life. Interesting. Maybe it's in here. I'll post a photo. Looks like I will be editing after all. So that's Noel. Okay, Elizabeth, I need your help for this one. The next one is the Pioneer, which is Country Threads. This is a kit. It's a famous Australian painting. Are you ready? You gonna help me? Here you go. Hold it up. This side. Yep, and so that's what I've done. I'm mostly working down in here. I'm getting into a bit of confetti in the forest floor there, which is not fun. I chat on virtual stitches sometimes in the evenings and with other people, and have decided that I am not doing it while I'm chatting because I can't, because I've got to fill in parts and it's a bit, I've frogged so many times when I've been chatting that it's not a project I work on when I'm talking. I've got to concentrate on that one. Next one is, why. And so why, so the idea too was it doesn't have to actually be in the title. It can be just something that you've associated with that particular project. So for why, I had bought this, I didn't realise it had been started. I bought this kit at the craft op shop I go to in Sydney, and I didn't realise it had been started until I got it home. So it's a, Danico is an old Australian brand. It's on a piece of linen that's a bit age worn, so I don't know, I reckon, I think I saw on the pattern 1980, yeah, 1983. So the kit would have been about that age. Got it on the right way. So I did, so most of this in here was already done. That was already done. I did these and I did some of it up here. I didn't actually, I did half of this on this one, so Y for yellow. I did half of it on this one because then when I started to look, some of this black stitching is incorrect. The previous person has done it incorrectly. And I just haven't gone back to it to put the rest of the back stitch. It's just basically the back stitch stems need to go in now. So that was for half of that one. And then the other half was I stitched on the wattle in wreath of wildflowers, so all this yellow. So that was Y. F, Flanders Fields. So I have a Country Threads again bookmark kit called Flanders Fields with the poppies. This is on a, and it's not in there. Okay, there it is. This is on a band, like a pre-made band. I really don't like the fabric. It feels really polyester-y, and actually after an hour or so it starts to hurt. My fingers start to feel chafed. So I don't, that was the 4 hours. When I do it, I can only sort of do it an hour at a time because otherwise my fingers get sore. I think it's an Aida, but it's got a shininess to it, so it's some kind of polyester sort of fabric that's been made out of. It's not, certainly not a natural fabric, because I don't usually get that kind of feeling in my fingers when I'm cross stitching. So that was F. So I've got more whips now. See, I used to only have about 4 whips and I used to only work on them one at a time. Now I've got 10 whips and I work on them bit and piece. So O I decided was for one colour. So i.e. stitch a design in one colour. And since I did my cowboy boots in one colour, I actually really like that. So which incidentally I think got cut out of the last video. I got a highly commended for, and I'll put a picture in here. I like doing one colour because you don't have to really think about it. You just follow the pattern and it's one colour. So this is and again I don't have that. This is a pattern, I'll put it below, by a blog called Gazette 94. She has a heap of free patterns which are really good. She's not, I think she's stopped doing it now, but the blog's still current. So this is just Noel, and it's got it'll say Noel, and it's a 4x4 square, I think. And this is actually on 40 count linen, which is the first time I've ever worked on 40 count. It was a few bits of fabric I bought from the local op shop that were just randomly there. I like working on it. It's pretty fine. I have to keep making sure I'm in the right spot, but once I get I'll have to get some magnifying glasses to help me with that. How are we going over here? How are we going? Good? Good? Yep. She's happy. That's that one. Now my next one was a bit of a disaster. So wasn't sure what I was going to do for it. Then I decided on Under the Sea because I found I had a fish, which was a free kit from one of the magazines. Who's that?
Rainbow fish.
Rainbow fish. Rainbow fish is there. So yeah, free kit from Cross Stitch Crazy. unfortunately I didn't read the pattern right. Started cross stitching it and realised that the dark blue there is actually the back stitching colour. So it's completely wrong. So 3 hours in I realised that. So I wasn't very impressed with that. But I have plenty of 14 count Ada, and I have, oops, it's a free pattern, doesn't matter. I have some of the colours. I just have to get a few of the other colours, and then we'll be right. I'll restitch it eventually. So I had to find something else. So I ended up deciding that to use the superheroes. I did the U in superheroes, and I'd already done a whole heap more anyway. So that covered that one. And then was a babushka, or Russian doll. So I'd actually got this kit for my 40th birthday. So I decided that for my birthday, which was what, nearly 2 weeks ago, because I hadn't started on my 40th birthday, I would start it then. So that was my 4 hours on that. So that's Russian doll. And so that's lots of wicks. Like, I worked on all of them, which is unusual. Usually I work for a week on each one. But I really like that challenge. I get to work on different things, and I get to work on, I can go back. So I've done a fair bit on last night I did a fair bit of Wreath of Wildflowers. So I'm doing it again this month. This month the Acrostic says Team 2-4, so 24 hour, and everything that I didn't finish last month. So I finished Noel, which I'm not really sure where I put it, but I finished Noel. It was the only one I finished. So I've added one more to that because there was, I've got a spot. Actually, no. Everything else is. So I ended up with one extra spot because I finished one, so I decided to start Prairie Schooler, the latest Prairie Schooler Santa, which I've been waiting to get some Prairie Schooler Santas, and this is the first one I've got. So yesterday I made a start on that. So I put it on, and I bought a Q-snap, a small Q-snap, and I put the 18 count, this is 18 count bit of mystery Ada that has come from one of the places I've bought secondhand, to see whether it was why I don't really like 18 count. And one thing I noticed yesterday is I have to hold the needle tighter to pull it through, because it seems to, I'm using a 28 needle and a petite, so I like petite needles, and it takes a bit more to pull it through, which with my hand makes it a bit more uncomfortable for me. So that's all my projects. I had a little bit of haul this month. Threads, of course. I don't usually buy a lot. Some months I do, but yeah. Threads and grind guards from JK's Stitching Supplies, an Australian shop. I also bought the Prairie Schooler pattern, and I've got some more on back order. And I'd seen these, thanks to Flosstube, Forever and Ever by With Thy Needle and Thread. I think I saw that from Kathy at To Dye House, yep. And then Plum Street Sampers, Miss Bingley's Library, and I don't remember who I saw that from. And I got those from Linen and Threads, Australian company, so I'll link that below as well. Okay, I think that's all my projects. So many more now I'm doing challenges, but yeah, it means I'm getting things done that I wanted to get done. I wanted to get the superheroes ones done. I've been dying to start the Wildflower one, and it's, yeah, I really like sewing on hard hanger, which is funny because with my eyes, small projects are a bit harder. So what are we up to, Elizabeth? This? She's working on Mystical Dragons. We're going to have to get her some small projects because she actually likes sitting in the lounge room, and she can't with Mystical Dragon, can you? You got to sit at the table. It's too big to sit on the table. You gonna just stop for a second and talk? What else have we been doing?
Not much.
Not much. We've had a couple of birthdays. Whose birthday?
Just Lizzie's.
Oh yeah, Izzy from school, yeah. But well, who else's birthdays did we have?
Yours.
My birthday and
my brother's.
And your brother's, Michael's birthday. Yep, so we had a good time there. We're just going to do some chilling and not very much in the holidays. Housework, and a couple of robotics days. And go across to Tamworth. Okay, so you think that's it? Is that all we've got to say today?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, you going to say goodbye?
Bye.
Bye. Talk to you next time.